Hello, hello, hello. My name is Naisha, and today I'm going to talk about Vampire Ball, Book 1. And Vampire Ball is an interactive story game on Lovesick, which is a story app that you get from Google Play or the Apple App Store. So basically, Vampire Ball is about your character. Her default name for now is going to be Nina. Nina is a fifth caste young adult, but yeah, she's a fifth caste person. And basically, the society that you in, they are like they have different castes, and she's the fifth, and apparently fifth is the lowest. That's what it would seem like. And um she gets invited to a school called Karnstein University. And sorry about that. But anyway, she gets invited to a school called Karnstein University. And um, they tell her that the people that like sponsor her, which is siblings, Carl and Vicky, they're step siblings. But siblings nonetheless, they um they tell her that like she has to go to Karnstein University so she could win the vampire ball and change the whole um basically change the society in the whole. Now they don't really explain like where the caste system comes from and things like that. All they just say is, you could change the world type of situation. And to me, I feel like that's very vague. Um, Also, spoiler alerts, because I am going to like talk deeper into it. But I just want to say that now. Um, but basically, also she has a boyfriend. She also cheats on her boyfriend in this, and depending on which character you like if you like Carl or Vicky, she's going to cheat on her boyfriend with either Carl or Vicky, whichever one you like. Um, and not to mention a you have someone who's like basically the villain of book one. And that's the thing. You have at first you think you have two villains. And technically well, not technically, but you do have two villains. But like at first you think that Evan, who is Hannah's lover, you think he is like the villain. But he actually doesn't care. He's only making your character's life a living hell because of Hannah. But he ends up like, leaving her because he finds out that she's basically cheating on him too. That's what's sad. That's another thing. It's a lot of cheaters in this book. No shade and thing like that, but it really is. It's like, okay. Um, but like just your character like changing the game and stuff like that. Just having the power to change like the world is very vague because it's like, okay, how did the world begin like this? And then not to mention, you also find out that Vicky and Carl later on are vampires, and it's like, oh, okay. And it's like, again, and then not to mention you get other like mystery stuff like their parents died. I think it was probably they was murdered, something like that. And then you find out that your character mother, she actually was she enlisted. She was enlisted to go to Karnstein University, but she left as soon as like shit hit the fan, um, and stuff. Because I think after Carl and Vicky's parents like died, that's when your character's mother decides to just dip and just go back to her her regular life. And of course she dies. She ends up being sick. um I can't remember if she was like a natural cause sick or like it wasn't natural causes. I don't know, but the whole thing is it's just meh because and then you even have time with you even have time with this guy that's supposed to be your boyfriend, and it's like your character cares nothing about him at all, and it's like, why are we being tortured? Because I feel like it's torture. Like, because if you don't care about this character, why are we like? I just I don't know. I just feel like I like the concept of this. I hate the execution, the execution of book one. Now, book two to me is a bit better. It's still mediocre, but it's a bit better. I also feel like there could have been more added. There could have been more, to more to do. Well, not more to do per se, but like for instance, Saint are sinners. That's another story that I read book one, like I finished book one, and it's a beautiful book. And it seemed like they took their time with it. It seemed like they cared a lot to take their time with it. But with Vampire Ball book one, it seemed like they was just like, we just gonna, we're just gonna just, we're just gonna like put this put this book out and not really care. Even with My Bloody Classmates, the male point of view, that seems way better. Like the concept of it, and just the whole book seems to be written way better than Vampire Ball book one. Now, I'm not saying that this means that all the Vampire um Ball books are lame, because like I said, book two is getting very interesting. I'm actually enjoying book two a whole lot. But book one, it just was like a stepping stone. It just seemed like it was just there to like get to book two. And I'm gonna go into rate this like I rate my books. Um 5-star being the highest and 1-star being the lowest. I'm definitely gonna give this a 1-star because again it wasn't really up to par with me. I didn't like, all I felt was just rolling my eyes because the story was mostly vague, but not a good type of vague. Like, like, ooh, mystery. This was more like, oh, okay. Mm. So, yeah. But that's all I have to say about this book. Also, by the way, this isn't my first time trying to record. I recorded the first time and I did it so perfectly, but apparently my phone was not recording it, so I had to do this again. So, if I do miss anything, please let me know. And let me know how you feel about this book. Do you like this book? Did you enjoy this book? Um, and if you did, what was some of the things you like about it? But until next time, thank you for like staying. If you did stay to the end, thank you. I will see you next time. See ya.